Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. I'm Patty. I'm an intuitive, a reader, and a healer on the twin flame path myself, here to read you a message for your twin flame journey. I believe that if you have found this video and this channel, you've been guided to do so. If you love the content, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the tribe. Make sure that you tap into your intuition. Make sure that you are following your internal guidance. It's really important. And every thumbs up to the video is so valuable. I love every one of you. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and get into the reading. Hi all. Wanted to let you know before we start the reading that we just reached a little over 400 subscribers on Red Empress Tarot. Thank you every single one of you who have subscribed, who are part of this twin flame community. I love every one of you guys, and I feel connected to you as soul family, and I'm so glad that you're here. As a little thanks, and what I do now for every 100 subscribers is I do a mini reading giveaway. It's a 3-card pull with clarifiers, general on your twin flame connections. So in order to be next Monday, so just anything can be hi. You can tell me about your story. You can introduce yourself. Anything you want to put in the comments, as long as it's positive, right? We all keep it high vibe here. So I look forward to that. Just throw your, something, anything, even if it's just an emoji in the comments in this video, which is the channel messages video for this week. Next Monday, I will be using this comment section to draw a winner at random, and they'll get a free reading from me. And at that point, I'll let the winner know how they can go ahead and claim that. All right. Thank you so much to everybody. Really, really excited to be here on YouTube and to be on. Welcome to this week's channeled messages reading for twin flames and separation. You have 3 options to choose from this week. You've got the Tigereye obelisk, really beautiful. That's number 1. You have the Lapis Lazuli obelisk, and you have the Obsidian obelisk. So go ahead and tap into your intuition. Make sure that you're really listening to your gut. What do your instincts tell you? That's your intuition. You can go by the stone. You can go by the number, whatever hits you right. Okay, there's no right or wrong way to do it for you. It's also a great way to hone your intuition with these pick a card or pick an option readings like this. Because you can check out the option, and if it's not resonating, you can go back and check another one. Anyway, I'll let you go ahead and tap in and figure that out. Pause the video if you need to. If you are vibing with the channel, if you're vibing with the readings, shooting that thumbs up on the video is really, really helpful. And I appreciate every single one of you anyway. Thank you for being here. I really, I love that you're here with me today. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey. We'll go ahead and get started with number 1, that Tigereye obelisk. Those of you who chose option 1, that's this really beautiful Tigereye obelisk. I'm going to set that aside and we'll start your reading. I'm going to start with a little... I think I'm going to do sage today, actually. Start with some sage. Just to clear the energy, make sure that everything's nice and clean and clear. I have got a piece of sage actually fully on fire there. This one is falling apart. I think I need a new sage. Okay, let's get our cards. All the crystals. Let me get my decks over here. Wow, my sage is falling apart. I think I just need to rebind it. That'll happen. A little for me, a little for you. Okay, let me make sure that I put that out really well. Okay. Get my sage lint off my desk. All right. Let's get going here. So, we're doing channel messages from your person in your twin flame connection and separation. Okay, I'm going to start with a couple of cards from the Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. This will help you decide if these messages are really for you, okay? It'll give you a little flavor of your connection. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out one of the other options, option 2 or 3. And you might want to just listen to the messages a little bit. If it's not feeling clear to you, you'll know. Just follow your gut, okay, guys? Follow your intuition. All right. For option 1, tell me the story. Give me 2 cards to tell me the story. Spirit of the Black Rose, revenge, despair, tragic romance. Something has been going on for one of the people in this, for your partner, watcher. This is from your partner. So your partner has been going through something heavy, tragic romance. I think a karmic situation that has been really out of whack. So the Black Rose really speaks to me of death. It's like so I'm seeing the death card with that. So an ending to a really not great romantic situation. My sage is still going. I'm going to just see if I can put it out there. There we go. One time I got so into a reading and I left the sage and it was still burning, and all of a sudden I look up and the whole room is just filled with smoke. So I'm a little more careful about it than I used to be. Okay, let's see the second card to tell about this connection right now. So the Divine Masculine in this connection is going through a heavy breakup on just a really toxic relationship. And someone could be looking like the karmic could be kind of vengeful about it, like not taking it well. Spirit of time, illusion, endless waiting. Okay, so more than likely there's been an endless waiting cycle, what felt like a really, really long cycle of waiting here. So if this feels like your connection, these are your messages, okay? All right, set that aside. We're going to start with the shadow messages. That's always in the channel messages. Shadow, if you haven't been on my channel before and haven't seen me read, is usually how I start. Shadow is really, really important. It is what we come here on this planet to work on. Okay, it's the reason that we're here. It helps us elevate. It helps us ascend, working through and dealing with our shadow. So we never want to sweep it under the rug. We always want to know what it is and face it head on, because by working through your shadow, that's how you evolve, okay? It's how you grow. Tell me about the shadow. This is to the watcher from their counterpart. What shadow in the connection are they dealing with right now? I do wish you well. As shadow goes, that's pretty darn good. Watcher, your counterpart wants the best for you. There's a lot of stuff in here too, so that's really good. We're going to get one more. Feeling that one. Sometimes I hear your voice in my head. They're really thinking of you. I think what this is saying is that they're hearing you in the 5D. If you're talking to your counterpart, they're receiving it. Okay? Not in the 3D, not on the phone, not on a text. You're talking to them in your head, just talking to them out loud when they're nowhere around. They're receiving it. Okay? Wow, that's pretty good shadow. What I'm getting from these 2 cards is that a lot of the shadow in this connection and in your lives has already been worked on. Okay? There's a lot that's been healed already, cleared. Karma that's been cleared. Okay, let's look at the Hidden Truth Oracle. What's hidden from the watcher? What does the watcher's counterpart want them to know? What's hidden from the watcher right now? Okay, what's going on? 1, 2, whoops. Okay, well, I guess that's what's meant to come out. Sometimes it just happens that way. We will be together again. We'll be together again. That's going to happen. I want to be more than friends. If your person told you at some point, I don't feel that way about you, I only want to be friends, that was a big fat lie. That was a self-preservation lie because they felt like they needed to run. Or they felt hurt because you were running and this was an instinctual reaction. I'm getting a saving face card saying that you only want to be friends with someone that you love so deeply is a way of saving face sometimes. I wish I could take back my words. Your person deeply regrets whatever they said when you separated. Or maybe before that. Okay, let's look at the messages of love oracle cards. See what happens with these. Spirit, tell me. What does the Watcher's counterpart want them to know? What does the Watcher's counterpart want them to know? What's important to know? Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. We know that. If you're in the collective that we've been tapping into the last months, this is really at work right now, and I don't feel like it's long off. I don't. Okay. I'm getting for this pile 1, option 1, the Tigereye. Yeah, I'm getting chills. You're definitely in that collective where we're coming into a place where there's going to be communication not long off. Okay. So if you've been in a no communication zone for a while and this is resonating, the first 2 messages here resonated, you're really feeling like this is for you, I feel like communication's coming. It never comes as fast as we want it. It never does. And I don't feel like today or this week or anything, but like, I don't want to set up timelines in your head. But I would say within the next 6 months, and that means anywhere from a month to 6 months, would be my guess. Don't set up the expectation though. I always say this, but if you're new, you might not know that. When you hear a timeline in a reading, don't set that in cement in your mind because that's a surefire way to cause push-pull energy that will delay your connection. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Spirit is telling you the separation and everything that's happened, any karmic situations that you've been through have been a lesson. They've been to teach you something so you can raise your vibration, so you can be the best versions of yourself, to either accept each other and be in a beautiful vibration and live your life that way, or come into union, whichever you're going to choose to be. Not everyone comes into union. Some people just decide that they're going to live separately. But you're meant to go through this process because you are a light worker. You have things to learn to be able to, you have to, I saw a meme yesterday that reminded me. It's actually something I posted. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I'm on Instagram. It's just Red Empress Tarot there as well. I posted a meme a while back that whatever you want to spark in the world, you have to ignite in yourself first. Okay? The lessons are to teach you how to go on in the world and teach others. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences in this. Everything that's happened, the way that it's happened, in the order that it's happened, as painful as it's been, has been to get you to a new place. Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. Your person is just as attracted to you as you are to them. 3D, 5D, the whole shebang. Okay. Let's get one more of those. Okay, it's that one. That was not intentional. Mastery. Oh, you've learned the spiritual lesson. So we just got everything happens for a reason. We're talking about the lessons. Well, guess what? You've mastered it. Spirit's like, good job. Pat on the back. Good job, guys. Girls, whoever's watching. I just say guys for everyone. I'm from California. We do that. Sorry. I live in Oregon now, but it's California speak. Okay. Let's get some messages from my decks. Okay. There's one here that didn't want to pick up. That means I need to look at it. I trust you. Your person trusts you implicitly. I think they know how good of a person you are. They just know. I mean, they're your other half. You know, they're the person that's cut out to fit you. Of course they trust you. And it's part of that trust is coming from all the spiritual lessons, right? We need to sometimes heal some wounds and have some lessons in order to have trust for anything or anyone. I think of you all the time. Nice. I got two more that came out here. Oh my gosh. Okay. A lot of readers will say this is not literal, but I don't. I'm going to say it's literal. Marry me. Your person wants to someday marry you. Nice. You deserve everything. This is gorgeous. Whoever's energy this is gorgeous. Okay, I want some more. I'm feeling this deck, and there's one card that left itself in the box. I'll never give up on us. I'll never give up on us. Nice. Okay, any other messages from this deck? Wow, I really like this reading so much. Your person, either you or your person, watcher, whoever the divine masculine is really coming into his own right now. Oh, look. Do you still love me? They still love you. One more. I'm getting the other deck. Hold on. One more deck over here. Okay. One more. One more to the watcher from their counterpart. Oh, this is beautiful. If this is yours, can you please tell me? Because I'm so curious about whose connection this is and what's going on. And if your counterpart comes forward, please come back and tell me. You get communication, you start talking, whatever happens. I'm feeling financially drained. Yeah, there's still money issues here, though. But listen, I think your person is getting, with all the other cards here, your person is getting the point that they don't have to be in perfect financial circumstances to be with you or talk to you or come forward to you. I think that they're getting the lesson that their worth is not tied to their money, although they're still concerned about that foundation, okay? But everything else here tells me. And the financially drained, look at that. Okay, if you can see that. Financially drained fell right on top of marry me and you deserve everything. So your person is very concerned about the foundation that they can give you. And be reassuring, I think, is what it's saying, that when this person does come forward and start talking to you, or when you come forward and start talking to them, which whoever you are in this connection, that just know that you guys can hustle together and make it back. Money comes and money goes. Money is fluid. Go on to YouTube and search Abraham Hicks and look at the videos that specifically talk about finances and money. And you're going to learn a lot. If you haven't already, you'll learn a lot of things about how we influence the money that comes in and out of our life and how our attitude about it affects that. Because you can really change your circumstances, okay? Especially if you're working together as a couple, because your power, when twin flames come together into union, their power just shoots up together because you're incredibly stronger together. I mean, you're strong alone. You can do a lot on your own in this lifetime. You don't have to be in union to be of real service to the world with your power. But if you come into union with your twin flame counterpart and you stay there and you find a healthy balance and a healthy union, your power is limitless. It really, really shoots up. So just know that the financial piece, that can be worked on. Okay? All right. Pile 1, this has been your reading. I hope that this has felt good to you. It felt really good to me. Thank you for letting me be part of this journey. And yeah, throw some stuff in the comments. Let me know what's going on. I answer every single one of my comments as long as it's pertaining to the twin flame journey and it's not, spam or whatever. I talk to everyone because I feel like we are connected. I do feel like we are soul family. And, as long as I'm able to, I want to keep talking to people and keep making those connections. Thank you so much. And if this didn't resonate, check out another option. There's 2 and 3 still left. So thank you so much. The thumbs up is so helpful and appreciated. If you want to hit the subscribe and the all, you'll get notifications of everything that comes up. There's no financial obligation of any sort. All right. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time. I love you. Okay, I'm going to clean this up and we're going to go right into number 2. I'm not going to stop and start and stop and start. I just feel like let's just stay in the flow. I think I'm going to do that for all 3 readings. I just shuffle a bit. I'm going to clear the energy from reading 1. Okay. Okay. Hi there to those of you who chose option 2, the Lapis Lazuli obelisk. This is your reading. Let's go ahead and set that aside and we'll get right into the reading. I've already cleared the energy, grounded and called on spirit before we started, so we're all set. We're going to start with shadow messages. Well, actually, you know what? We're not starting with shadow. We're actually starting with Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. Let me grab some water real quick, or some tea, actually. Okay. So this will give you a little flavor of the connection, right? We're going to pull 2 cards from Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. I don't take reversals in these oracle cards unless they're meant to be that way, and these are not. At least they're not specifically created that way. Some of them have like a right side and a wrong side, or light side and a dark side, or whatever. Okay. So, there's a definite break, so I always take that card. Spirit of the Mermaids. We had this come out in the live that I just did. So I did a little test live. I'm actually doing a live, my first full live this Thursday. That's February 4th. 6 p.m. Pacific. It's a check-in, what's going on right now between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. And people, whoever's logged on, is welcome at the end to ask 1 free question about the reading. So I'll do like little mini reads at the end. So the Spirit of the Mermaids, I got a really interesting vibe off of this card when I did the live. And there's, there are words down here, beauty, untamed, and free. But what this is meaning for me today, I just saw this, this meme. The other day I was on Facebook, and I haven't been on Facebook in weeks and weeks. I'm taking a Facebook break. But last night I was scrolling, and all of a sudden I had this intuitive hit. I'm like, I want to go check out Facebook. I checked out a couple of pages. I was on for like 10 minutes, and I got off. And I probably won't go on for another few weeks or a month or whatever. I'm just not hanging out there right now, putting my energy in other places. But I saw this meme about mermaids, and it was really funny. It just made me laugh out loud. And it was like, all the mermaid stuff that you see out there is all sunshine and rainbows, and there's not enough mermaid stuff that shows how they lure men to their deaths and eat them. And the original tales of the mermaids were not like pretty. They were sirens. They just like they lured sailors to their deaths, So this is a mask card. This is a feminine mask card to me. So there is a feminine in this connection, and I'm getting like a karmic partner from the masculine that was pretending to be all sunshine and rainbows, but is really toxic, like heavily toxic. So if that resonates for you, this might be your story. Okay, one more card. That's what I'm really getting from this here. I know that I don't always read the cards the way that they're intended. I read the imagery, the artwork. Really speaks to me intuitively. So sometimes I do things by traditional tarot, but a lot of the times I'm just going off intuitive hits. What else, Spirit? I'm really getting this one. Okay, Spirit of Stone, frozen, delayed, longing. So there's been a really big delay in this connection. It felt frozen for a long time. Really, really stagnant energy. So yeah, and the feminine karmic partner had a lot to do with this delay. So divine feminines out there, if your connection has been frozen and you feel like a lot of it is to do with a karmic partner that was wearing a mask, pretending to be something that they're not, this is probably your reading. If it's not, if this isn't resonating at all, you might want to check out one of the other piles, because it's really telling the story of this one here. Okay, and then masculines as well. You'll know if you have been or are in a connection with a person that has toxic traits, even if you don't want to admit it right now. I don't know where you are. We haven't pulled anything yet. In your cycle, if you're in a connection with someone that has toxic traits. You might be staying because of a feeling that you owe them something, or for guilt, or whatever it is. Obligatory reasons, right? I don't know why I can't. This masculine is not talking right now. I'm like tripping over my words. There's some kind of throat chakra closed right now. Okay. So we're going to start with the Shadow Oracle. So you know if it resonates or not by now. If it doesn't, it's okay. You can watch it through to see if there's any messages for you. You can click off and try another option or another video. They're timeless, so you can check out the playlists and, see if anything jumps out at you. They are for you when you find the readings, not when they're pulled. Okay, so shadow is really important. Shadow tells us the work that we have to do on ourselves to elevate, to ascend, to grow, to learn, right? It's what we come here on earth to do. So never be afraid of your shadow. Face it head on. Pull it out. Some people call their shadow your demons. Some people call shadow your challenges. So whatever word you use doesn't matter. Your shadow are the hard, painful things that you need to bring out into the light of day. Take the power, steal the power away from them by doing that. Don't let them just hide in the dark where they scare you and upset you all the time. You got to pull them out and deal with them. And by doing that, you win. So, shadow, your person, watch her, they fantasize about you. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. What I'm getting from this is that someone in this connection has spent so much time in their head thinking about what could be and not in reality dealing with what could be. Okay? So that is part of your person's shadow. I know that sounds really nice, and it is nice, but it can also be a trap, right? You can get too stuck in your head about someone and fantasize a life with them without really living one. And what do you have at the end of that? So this is something to be worked on, okay? Get out of your head and into 3D reality with it. I lied to you. Your person told you a mistruth of something. Could have been when you broke up, they told you they didn't care about you. They could have told you they just wanted to be friends. They could have been, dealing with some wounding and filling holes with you know, multiple partners, trying to get some external validation that way. I don't know what they lied to you about, but they lied to you about something, and they're going to be fessing up about that. When the next time you communicate, someone is going to be talking about a lie. And I get an apology coming, okay? Let's see. Let's look at the Hidden Truth Oracle. What is hidden? What is hidden from the Watcher right now? What does their counterpart want them to know? What's hidden right now? You and I were too young. And it doesn't necessarily mean young in years. You might have been too young in years, but I always get maturity out of this. You were not emotionally mature enough to be together. You both had lessons to learn. You both had a path to go down that you could not take each other on. You were too young in maturity. You weren't ready for each other. What else is hidden from the Watcher right now? What does our counterpart want them to know? What does our counterpart want them to know? What does our counterpart want them to know? What does the Watcher counterpart want them to know? I don't react when people mention you. They've been lying. They've been lying to themselves and to other people as well about this connection. They have a really deep well of emotion for you, and they hide it really well. This also could be, I didn't react when people mentioned you, because the tense isn't always right on these cards. This could be a masculine that's coming out of that energy, like for a long time. Whenever your name came up, I just didn't react. I really hid how I really felt. And I'm not sure why, but that is... The two scenarios that I'm getting there is, one, they screwed it up and they didn't think they could have you back, right? They thought they had messed it up forever. That abandonment issue thing. The other one is that they were in a karmic situation and they couldn't have you for that reason. So they just hid it from everyone, from the karmic partner, from their friends, from their family. I don't get that it's staying that way, but I get that that has been an issue in the past, something that they did. Okay, message. There is, okay, so do you see how the cards fell forward in a stepped progression like that, not quite hitting the ground? We're talking about it was like this. That means forward progression to me when the cards do that. So I do get that this is past energy, that this person is coming out of that now. But they want you to know that was hidden from you. They do have a deep well of emotion from you that they kept hidden for a long time. Okay. Is there any other message? Okay, why is there something flipped? No. Is there another message here? Is there another message here? One. Yes. A hide behind material things. Watcher, either you or your counterpart. I'm not sure who it is. But someone in this connection was really, really losing themselves in stuff. I think that they were so stuck on financial stability, and it's probably because as a child they didn't have much. Maybe they were bullied for it. Maybe I'm getting like bad consequences from being financially strapped as a child. I don't like the word poor, but this person was so had such a material mindset that they put all else on the back burner because of that, and they hid behind that deep well of emotion. They hid it under the stuff, right? And they can't do it anymore. I get that they just can't do it anymore. Okay. All right. Let's go to the messages of love oracle cards. Okay. What does the Watcher's counterpart want to say? What would they like them to know right now if they could tell them anything? What do they want them to know? That's a lot, but let me look at it. Okay. So, this is way more messages than I usually take, but I'm just getting that I'm supposed to read them. I'm longing, your person is missing you so much. No one else can fill the hole that's shaped like you. I get that there's a hole in their heart in your shape. And no one else can fill that. No one else has your shape. That's deep. Stability. This relationship has the potential to stand the test of time if you get there. If you guys both persevere and you come into union, this is a forever relationship. Addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. The material things, I get some kind of financial addiction, maybe. Some people are really addicted to work. They're so intent on making good in this life. They're so intent on having it all, the material stuff, that this person may have been really addicted to work and really addicted to amassing money, is what I'm getting. It's not bad. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to be persistent and to have goals and to set them and to reach them, but it can't be your whole life. And I get that this person kind of dove into that and let that control their life. This friendship is leading to more. Back to I lied to you. Maybe they said that they only wanted to be friends. And you are friends, right? Your twin flame is your best friend. But it's not just going to stay on a friend level forever. They want this to be the whole deal. It's safe to trust this situation too. If this person comes forward and you're like asking yourself because they did something bad in the past, unless you see red flags, unless you see behavior that is leading you to believe that they're not trustworthy, it's pretty safe to believe that they are trustworthy, okay? Don't ignore red flags, guys. Don't ever ignore red flags. Know your worth, set your healthy boundaries, and keep them. But don't let old wounds keep up high walls, okay? Retreat. Time alone in nature is going to help you recharge. And I get this card a lot for twin flames, and it's very true. We're connected to nature. So getting out for a walk, when it's when it's not raining or snowing, wherever you are, doing whatever you can outside, even if it's sitting in your backyard, walking through the park, whatever, is going to help you feel more grounded. Okay. Let's get some messages from my decks. So any messages in here to the Watcher from their counterpart? I'm awake. Your person is awake now, spiritually. They understand the connection, they understand spirit, and they're starting to understand their place in the universe and their place in this whole connection. That's really good. So often I feel you next to me. That hole, that hole in their heart with the shape of you. They just feel you with them all the time. No one else is going to take your place. Not really. Not really. It's not possible. Oh, one left in the box at the bottom that always means something. I'm awakening. We had I'm awake and I'm awakening. Your person is really on the spiritual path. That is really cool. Okay. All right. You are my future. I want to make you laugh. I love that one. Okay. Any messages in here for the Watcher from their counterpart? Any messages in here from the Watcher from their counterpart? For the Watcher from their counterpart? Any messages in this deck? I'm feeling financially drained. We got this in option 1 too. There's a money issue here. Probably coming from a karmic relationship. We talked about this. Feminine energy, wearing a mask. I think that they were probably very financially motivated. Your person is feeling the effects of that kind of karmic relationship. That was a lesson that had to be learned. They had to lose a lot to understand that hiding behind material things. They had to lose a lot of their money to understand that money isn't the end-all be-all. The things aren't the important things. Big karmic lesson there for this person. I miss talking to you. Your person misses those conversations. Talking to you is like talking to no one else. One more. Is there a message, another message in this deck to the watcher from their counterpart? Aw, here it is. I hear your voice in my head. If you're talking to them, and I got this in the first option too. If you're talking to your person in the 5D, so if you're just talking out loud, they're nowhere around, or talking in your head to them, they hear you. They're hearing you. It's going where it's supposed to go. Okay, option 2, the Lapis Lazuli obelisk. This has been your reading. I hope that this has felt good to you. I hope this has helped you kind of understand where things are with your person. Sometimes these messages just, they keep you going, you know. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey. If you want to shoot the thumbs up on the video, that is incredibly helpful to me. I really appreciate that if you're vibing with the readings and with me. If you want to hit the subscribe and the all, you'll get notifications of all my upcoming videos. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Oh, going live. I don't know if I talked about it in this option or not. Going live on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I've got it all sorted out. I've already done a test run. So anyone that wants to log in, you'll get to ask a free question at the end of the live pertaining to that reading. And I will see you there. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go into option 3. I'm just feeling like blowing through the whole thing instead of stopping and starting today. Okay, let me just set this all back aside. I'm going to clear the energy from that reading. Oops. Sitting up against my black tourmaline. Okay. All right, those of you who chose option 3, that's this Obsidian obelisk. This is your reading. We'll set that aside and we'll go ahead and get into your reading. I've already cleared the energy and grounded from the last reading. We already called on spirit, and we're all ready to go. I'm going to start with the Spirits of Light, Darkness and Light Divination deck by Mystic Moon. This is going to give us a flavor of your connection. This will help you decide. That was really fast. This will help you decide if you are in the right reading, okay? This really helps hone your intuition. The first one we got is the Spirit of the Witch, Magic, Psychic, Sorcery. Okay, and I'm going to read that with the second one, which is Spirit of Skulls, Depression, Illness, Melancholy. What I'm getting from these two cards is There is a feminine energy attached to this connection. It is not the divine feminine, because divine feminine doesn't carry this energy. There is a feminine attached to this connection that has been dabbling in magic, trying to keep her person. And it could be, or keep their person, I should say. It could be someone doing something as simple as going to someone and asking for a love potion to keep them their person interested in them, or their karmic partner interested in them. Could be someone actually dabbling in some black magic. This is a real thing, guys. I know that this sounds very sensationalistic, and I don't like to go to sensationalistic places, but I am going to read the cards the way that I see them, and I'm going to tell you the downloads that I get for sure. So what I'm getting, and I know people that do practice magic, okay? I do know this is a real thing. Whether you believe in that or not, there are people that do, and there are people that do practice that. So I definitely get a person with some mental illness issues, okay? Someone who deals with depression, who deals with bipolar, something like that. And I'm not by any means saying that people that deal with those kinds of things are bad, or they all practice witchcraft. That's not what I'm saying, because I know a lot of people that deal with those issues that are absolute beautiful people. This is the connection I'm making with these two cards. This person has some kind of mental illness. I'm just going to call it that. I'm going to call it what it is. And they're dabbling. Either they're sending huge amounts of bad energy to the person that they see as their rival, or they're actually doing some spell work, okay? So if that resonates, this is your option. If it doesn't, feel free to go check out one of the other ones. This is how you hone your intuition, right? We've gotten some really good messages so far, but this is the flavor of this connection, so you know whether you're in the right pile before we hear the messages. Okay, we're going to start with the shadow messages. Shadow is really important. If you haven't been on my channel before and you haven't heard me read, I always start with shadow when I do channel messages, because it's so important. Shadow is just what we come here to this earth to work on, to raise our vibration. Sometimes it's the karma that we've carried over from a past lifetime. Sometimes it's a soul contract, and we've come here because we want to overcome something. And shadow are the things that you came here to overcome. So it's like, if you don't deal with your shadow, it's like playing a board game and never rolling the dice, never moving forward because you're afraid to see what happens. We don't do that. We pull our shadow out, we look at it square in the face, and we figure out how to win over it. Some people call your shadow demons. Some people call your shadow your life challenges. Whatever word that you use for it doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't let it rule you. You pull it out and you dispel it. You win over it, okay? So you always want to know what your shadow is. And so you watch, your counterpart is talking about shadow in this connection. And what do they want to say to you about the shadow in that connection? Whether it's something that you're dealing with together, or they're dealing with another person, or on their own. I fear that you will reject me. So your person has a major fear of rejection. This is one of the shadows that they have to face before they can come talk to you. Before communication. And watcher, this could be your energy. Flip-flop it as you need to. When you do readings, whenever you do tarot readings, the reader does not know where the energy belongs unless they get a strong intuitive hit. And this could be either counterpart. So it fits your story, right? Someone in this connection fears rejection on a huge level. They have a real fear of rejection issue. It's a wound. And until they heal that wound, until they get past that fear, they can't talk to you. So it's like a karmic protection. It's like you have to deal with this. This person has to deal with this fear of rejection before they come and talk to you, before you can come into union. Otherwise, there won't be a communication, because the other person at this point knows that it's not their job to reach out. Okay? One more shadow message, please, from the watcher. To the watcher from their counterpart. I forgive you. I forgive you. You're twin flames, love. You're twin flames. Of course you're going to forgive each other. Whether you accept each other back into your life to have the other person as a life partner is another issue. But if you come to each other in honesty and tell each other what you've been dealing with, you're going to forgive each other. This fear of rejection coming out with the I forgive you. This is a message for whoever has this fear of rejection. This is what's going to happen if you come forward. You're not going to be rejected out of hand. That fear is a wound that you need to heal. And it has nothing to do with your twin flame. They may have triggered it in you, but they didn't cause it. When you heal this, you get this. Okay. All right, let's go to the Hidden Truth Oracle. What is hidden from the Watcher right now for option 3, the Obsidian Obelisk? What is hidden right now from the Watcher? What does their counterpart want them to know? I wish I had treated you better. Yeah. They may have treated you badly to get you to go away because they were afraid. Or they may have treated you badly. I don't know which counterpart you are, Watcher. They may have treated you poorly because they were so wounded from what happened in the separation. Whatever is the circumstance, and only you're going to know for your connection, your person wishes it had gone differently. They wish that they had done things differently. But you know, you can't fix things with wishes. All you can do is do better in the future. But they do feel bad about it, and I hear and smell an apology coming with that when communication comes, okay? It could be on both sides, really. Could be on both sides, I'm getting. What's hidden from the Watcher right now? Whoa, those two really wanted to come out. I want to feel that way again. Your person misses the way they felt with you. The way they felt with you, it just, nothing compares. No one compares. It's like a drug, but the best kind. Not a bad one. It's like euphoria in a person. Nice. I feel you even though we're apart. They feel you next to them. Option 2 had a very similar vibe. With this, I feel you even though we're apart. I think we got a card that was real similar. Look, you guys could be oceans apart and you still feel each other. It's that kind of connection. It's that strong. One more. I'm feeling one more from this deck. One more from this deck. One more from this deck. Is there a message to the Watcher from their counterpart? Feeling a little tired. My eyes keep going back to that Spirit of the Witch card from the beginning, the sorcery card or the magic card. And I get like a feeling of being really drained from this person. I get that whoever is dealing with this person is so drained by them. Like, ooh, they're a lot. Whoever that is, they're a lot. And it's not a good a lot. I will wait for a sign from you. One of the people in this relationship is waiting for a sign from the other. Could be both. That's also, it's coming out, interesting, like, look, it's coming out right on top of the two shadows, the rejection and the I forgive you. This I will wait for a sign from you is something to really pay attention to, partly because it comes out on top of both shadows, right? But listen, this fear of rejection, this I will wait for a sign from you. Divine Masculine, if you are watching. Okay, or Divine Feminine, if you're watching, pay attention to this. You can convince yourself that you need to wait for a sign from the other person before you come forward to talk, because of a fear of rejection. This is actually a toxic trait. Okay, this is something you have to get over. If you're the person that left and you haven't spoken since, or any meaningful conversation, the ball's in your court. You can't just wait for a sign from that person. They may have pulled back their energy and you're never going to see anything from them again unless you come forward. You have to get over this fear of rejection. You can't let yourself become convinced that, oh, I can't talk to them until I see a sign. No, 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 honey. You'll feel it inside of you when it's time, when you're ready. It's not a sign from them. It's a sign from you that you need to get. Whoever is the person that left this relationship on red, right? If you ghosted, if you left it, whatever you did, the ball is in your court. Do not convince yourself that you have to wait for a sign before you talk. Right on top of the shadow. Toxic trait. You got to move past this before you can have the I forgive you, okay? All right. Really feeling messages of love oracle cards now. Let's go to that. Messages to the watcher from their counterpart. 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 Messages to the watcher from there's forward movement here. Let's see. Things are moving. It's not stagnant. It's not stagnant at all. I feel like these messages coming out are really, really important right now. There's somebody watching that is going to take this as their sign. I'm getting that. Maybe the sign isn't from your person. Maybe the sign is from me. Got that? I'm getting someone is taking this as their sign. As well you should, because I feel like it's meant that way. Okay? Waiting for a sign. Here it is. All right. I forgive you. I forgive you. It's just ringing over and over and over and over in my head. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Abundance. You've done the work. Abundance is going to flow to you now. You have done the work. Both of you have done the work. And you know, it's funny, if you know anything about manifestation, you go and watch Abraham Hicks. If you really study this, if you really pay attention, you'll find out that you have a spiritual escrow. So when you wish for something, when you want something, you're sending that out into the universe, and that thing is waiting for you then. The reason that it doesn't always come to you is because you're blocking it as well, saying, I'm not going to get it. You got the negative self-talk, or negative outward talk, negative talk to other people, whatever it is, but negative talk saying it's not going to happen, and that keeps it stuck. It keeps it from coming to you. If you dispel the negative talk, stop doing that, and believe that it's yours now. Think of your life as if you have it now. Be grateful for it now, before it arrives. Be grateful for it before it arrives. Live in that energy, and it's going to come out of your spiritual escrow and come to you in the 3D. That's how that works. You've done the work now. You learned your lessons. You stayed the course. You stayed on the path. You've healed. You've grown. You've taken your lessons. And the abundance that you want is in your spiritual escrow. And so now all you got to do is sit back, believe in it, and let it come to you. It's coming. This is a love reading. This is a twin flame reading. So the abundance that you're seeking here with this one, we're not talking about money. We're talking about your person. We're talking about that relationship that makes you incredibly happy. It's coming to you because you've done the work. Now you just have to allow it. Now you just have to not talk it away. Okay? I just felt like that was really important to hit on. I just got that huge message. Okay, so messages to the Watcher from their counterpart. Regret. Someone feels a lot of remorse for the way that they treated you. You're going to be hearing an apology about that. Okay? Messages to the Watcher from their counterpart. Anything else? Anything else? Any other message to the Watcher? Okay. Trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. I also got that an option 2. You might want to check out option 2 to see if that's for you as well, because some of the same cards are coming up. It's safe for you to trust your twin flame. It's safe for you to trust in the journey. Let go, let God. If you don't like that, let go, let universe. Let go, let spirit. The work is already done. Now you just got to trust. Okay, one more. Is there another message here to the Watcher from their counterpart? Is there another message? Is there another message to the Watcher from their counterpart? Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. You've mastered it. That's what we're just talking about. You've mastered the spiritual lesson. You've done the work. Now you just got to trust. Let's get some messages from my decks. Let's see what we get here. Is there a message here to the Watcher from their counterpart? These are my little handwritten decks if you're new here. I'm actually working on creating these into actual decks. It's just a lot of work to do all the graphic design work and stuff. I do that myself, so I do have a full-time job on top of this, so it takes a little more time. I just dropped cards on the ground that I'm retrieving. So I'm still here. Hold on. There's 2 that came face up, and I'm getting them for you. Come on. Ooh, okay. Back to here. Back to this toxic karmic partner. People lied to me about you. This, and I'm getting a strong connection to this person and their cronies, whoever they are dealing with, because I get more than one person. Check out the mirror message that I'm posting this week, because that talks about this. These are connected. This is connected to the mirror message. This person, this toxic karmic, lied to the masculine about the feminine. Absolute truth. Really, really skewed their view of the feminine. Wow. Wow. Okay. You hurt me. There is some way the masculine, and these came out together. There's some way the masculine feels hurt by the feminine, and it might not even be a real thing. He might have believed you did something you didn't. Feminines, if you're out there listening, masculines, check into this, okay? There might be information out there that is totally untrue. Check your sources before you believe rumors. It's really important. And sometimes someone can have this mask on and seem so genuine and be really, really deceptive. And it's hard to know who to trust sometimes. So don't get too don't get too down on the masculine for believing something that they shouldn't have. It's easy to do that too. I know that. Okay, let me get my other deck out here. Another one out. One left in the box. That always means I need to look at it. I never learned to love myself. Yeah. Someone had a really rough time as a kid. Someone here had a really rough time as a kid, and it really, their self-esteem was shredded. And they didn't learn to love themselves. I lived this, so I understand this feeling. I'm getting this feeling, and it's such a bad feeling. This was my life growing up. I didn't learn to love myself either. So I get that this feeling is so familiar, and I just want to cry. Someone in this connection really, really had a toxic... Oh, my chair is so loud. I never learned to love myself. It's like they had such a toxic beginning. And when you have such a toxic beginning in life, it skews everything. So this twin flame journey was necessary to trigger those, open those wounds, and drain them and let them heal, okay? Is there another? Okay, yeah, there is. Look at this. So I needed this energy right now. Your smile makes my day. Your smile makes my day. Someone here loves the other person's smile kind of more than any other smile on the planet. That's nice. We've got another deck here. Let's grab that. Messages to the watcher from their counterpart. Oh my gosh. Messages to the watcher from their counterpart. Your power intimidates me. So, there's one counterpart in the connection that's really, really spiritual and really, really into their power. Really good at what they do, whatever it is that they do. And the other person is just waking up or is newer to it, and it's scary as hell. What this person who is intimidated, what they don't know yet is their power is equal to or greater than their counterpart. And I think that intimidates them as well. Sometimes we are so afraid of power, having personal power, because we never had any. We don't know what to do with it. Like, look, listen, you're going to step into your power. If this is you, if you're intimidated by your person's power, you are going to step into your power, and you are going to be phenomenal is the word that I get, phenomenal in it. Don't fear it. Embrace it, okay? It's yours. Your person is no one to fear. Your person is your match. You mirror each other. If your person is incredibly powerful and you're a twin flame, you are also incredibly powerful. You just might not have stepped into it yet. You might not know it yet. Don't let your other half intimidate you. You are them. That's a big message for this, okay? Let's look and see if there's any more messages, if there's one or two more. Any other messages to the watcher from their counterpart? I've got this in every single option. If you are feeling really resonating with this option, go back and watch 1 and 2. They might be all connected. Sometimes channeled messages work that way, and like literally all of them will be in part or in whole for the same person. Okay? There are ties between all of these readings. Same cards came out, and I've got a lot of cards. Feeling financially drained. This person I'm getting from this karmic relationship, or because they dragged their feet in changing up their connection for so long, something drained them financially, okay? And they're dealing with the ramifications of that right now, and that's affecting the connection. It's affecting their feeling of self-worth. One of the lessons that this person needs to learn is that their self-worth is not tied to their money. It's not tied to financial abundance or your stuff in any way. You are who you are, and you are powerful with or without money. And when you start manifesting your abundance, you're going to learn that money flows in and out depending on what your attitude is about it, not the traditional ways that we think of it, that we're taught to think of it. The society teaches us. Okay? Feeling one more. Let's see if there's one more. Just feel like there's a space there. I want to see if there's another message. I like everything to be symmetrical. It makes me happy. It doesn't always happen, though. I've learned that lesson. Doesn't always happen. Okay. I'm owning up to my past mistakes. Someone here is owning their mistakes, and that is a beautiful energy. Bravo. Bravo. Sometimes it's really hard, especially if you had dire consequences for making mistakes when you were young. Owning up to your mistakes can be very hard because you fear those consequences. But as an adult, you have to live in the energy of owning your shit because people respect it. People respect you for this. If you don't do this, you lose a lot of respect in this world, okay? And you can respect yourself when you do this. That's the most important thing. Okay. Option 3, the Obsidian Obelisk. This has been your reading. I hope that this has really helped you. I really do. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey. I really appreciate it. I feel like if you were led here, we're soul family. And, you know, feel free to talk in the comments. I would love to interact with you. I do answer all of my comments as long as they are pertaining to readings or the Twin Flame Journey or something like that, as long as they're not spam. So, yeah, thank you so much. If you want to shoot the thumbs up on the video, that is greatly appreciated. It's a great energy exchange if you're vibing with the readings, if you're liking them, if you're liking me. If you want to hit the subscribe and the all, you'll get notifications of all my upcoming videos. I'm going live this Thursday, that's February 4th at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'll be doing an energy check-in between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. And anyone that's logged in that has a question regarding that reading can ask one free question at the end. So I am doing that for my first 10 lives that I do. My first full live is this Thursday. So join me. I would love to interact with you there in person. Okay, thank you so much.